15 years ago, we started SpeakUp. In my heart, I felt it would be a one-time thing where we would connect families and get communications going and talk about the issues that are hard to talk about, and that would be it. When our son died of AIDS, he asked us if we would break the silence of a whispered disease. So we learned from him that lots of times fear will stop communication between the people that you love the most.
A lot of kids, especially through the high school years, the transition, people get lost and they want help.
You don't have a stamp on your forehead that says, I'm depressed, or I have a drinking problem, or I have bad communication with my parents.
SpeakUp was a place where you could talk about topics ranging from depression and stress and anxiety to drugs and alcohol.
Gender and identity, self-esteem, peer relationships, sex.
As a parent, I like SpeakUp because it brings the parents and the child together to discuss issues and resolve the problem.
Just being able to talk and to express your concerns, your feelings, to share those issues and concerns with others is certainly one of the dominant criteria for success in life.
We want our youth to have the kind of authentic relationships with their family and with their friends that will enable them to arrive at adulthood safe, healthy, and prepared. And we believe that the best way to do that is to create a culture of communication in our homes, in our schools, where it's okay to talk about things that are tough to talk about.
We go into a school, they form a leadership team. We have 4 meetings with that leadership team. In those pre-meetings, they're picking their topics. They're getting really comfortable talking about these topics that they feel are critical in their lives. It culminates into a nighttime event that all of the youth, educators, and parents are invited to.
The people who come in and present for SpeakUp are knowledgeable. Not only are they really good at presenting, they're even better at listening.
By then, that team is really at ease in talking about these tough topics, and that happens in the breakout group.
But the goal is really the interaction of the group.
And what will happen is people will be nervous in the beginning, they'll be nervous of how to talk or how to share, and then somebody will open up, this part of stress was really difficult for me.
My mom's constantly telling me do this, you're far behind, you're procrastinating, and I feel like I know what I want and I know when my deadlines are and when I'm gonna do them and when it's right for me.
You're afraid if you stand back too much and, they do miss deadlines and, was I not there to, so that balance is so hard in what we are.
And somebody else will take it a little deeper and somebody else will take it a little deeper, and all of a sudden you've got real bonding with people.
My mom was stressed, but then she asked me, did you do your summer work? I was like, yeah, I did it. And she's like, well, tell me some things about it. And I started talking, she's like, just please stop. I had a stressful day, and I already know whatever you're gonna say, I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna get mad at you for no reason, so just stop.
The students are never with their own parents. They're always in a different breakout group. And I think that's when the aha moment occurs, because the parents actually get a chance to hear what the students have to say and what the students are feeling, which gives them a perspective of what their own child may be thinking. On the flip side, the parents get a chance to tell the students how they're feeling and what their concerns are.
I see that the opportunity to be able to actually talk in a real, honest, and meaningful way has the potential to sometimes save lives.
I was the type of mom where academics were important to me. And I think I put a lot of pressure on Christopher because he was in the honors program. And remember when you went off, one day you were doing biology, and I thought he was going to commit suicide. He ran upstairs. He just started destroying his room because of the pressure. And SpeakUp helped him come to me. We were able to talk about it. And I think that saved my son's life because I was that type of mom. I just want the best for my son. That's why I love SpeakUp, and that's why I love my son, because now we can talk about any and everything with no problem.
I really felt at home when it came to the breakout sessions. That's where I could really open up about my personal experiences with depression, and when I shared my stories, others started to share their story. It gives you the chance to really help yourself while also helping others.
There are moments that my parents aren't trusting me. It puts me under a lot more stress because I feel as though even if
you simply learn something each time you go. I just have a better appreciation of the life that she lives that I did not have prior to my experiences with SpeakUp.
I had gone to SpeakUp with one of my sons, and we got in the car, and about 2 minutes before we pulled into my neighborhood, all of a sudden, my son started opening up, and it was great. It's one of those moments where a parent doesn't want to move. They just want to sit there because they don't want to do anything that's going to stop the talking.
We have some early research that's very exciting. It really shows that SpeakUp is having the impact that we want it to have. And what our research showed is that our kids across the line, no matter which demographic SpeakUp was serving, that those kids were having a lot of stress in their lives. And what we have to do is reach out to all kids in order to get all kids prepared to thrive.
One of the things that I've been really pleased with is to watch students, and not necessarily the loudest students, become leaders in the community. It's something that they care about.
One thing my family does, especially during the school
You just can't imagine a more important mission. And I've gotten to see personally the impact that SpeakUp has on young people and their families.
We're trying to prepare kids to be healthy 35-year-olds who are going to lead us into the future. What can be more important than someone who can manage stressors in their life and not reach for those negative coping strategies?
Through teaching the skills to parents to listen, when kids feel heard and seen, they thrive.
We're at a really exciting time in our organizational history because what started with one courageous young man and family then went to one school and is now in 37 schools in the region, public schools, private, suburban, urban, middle and high schools. And the model works in all those different settings.
And I tell my friends and anybody that's willing to listen that we have an incredible generation of kids. They really care. They're compassionate, they connect, and they are starving to communicate.
I love being a part of SpeakUp because I get to help parents realize how their kids are feeling.
It just gave me a sense of like, man, people do care about me and I'm loved.
No one's alone, everyone's in it together. So it's a wonderful experience.